for another Geeks Like Us Kollector the Hordarian stream. Tonight's stream is like my typical Kollector streams, unplanned, impromptu, what I like to call unboxenings of various geeky loot, which for me tends to fall in a few different kind of categories, all under the geek umbrella, which is on brand for geeks like us. So for me, it's movies, perhaps from one of my favorite off the beaten path vendors, Vinegar Syndrome. It might be limited run type of video games, collectibles as it were, special editions. Well, Limited Run, the company, is certainly a producer of these type of games that I love and have featured a lot on here. Sometimes just little kind of trinkets and things that I just pick up along the way, whether it's from like Nintendo, where you can, earn points and send away, or like Disney Movie Insiders. Both really cool programs that actually, now that I mention it, that, hook you up with cool little knickknacks and things. Tonight I don't have a whole lot, but I have several packages, some of which are fairly substantial in size. And when I say substantial, I'm talking, like maybe yay big, but, eager to figure out what kind of geeky loot lies within. So I sit on them for a while, and I do these streams so that I can just kind of figure out what's hidden within. So without further ado, let me get to the unboxing. Now it's not a box, just like a little Amazon package, but still cool stuff lies within, and let's get cracking. All right, so recently I found out this movie existed, Angry Video Game Nerd. So tell you the truth, I'm not 100% sure about what it all entails. I just know that I guess it started with a YouTube stream, person who, just like the title suggests, looks like a stereotypical nerd, is just like kind of hounding on video games, and it's supposed to be pretty funny. And that just kind of turned into a thing, went viral, and somehow turned into, I don't know how this came to be, but they just created a movie. I think they kickstarted it, and it's basically something that I think is very like low grade, B movie-esque, and definitely up my alley. Definitely something I wanted to check out. So as soon as I found out that this existed, I'm like, all right, let me track it down. So I just ordered that from Amazon. Definitely looking forward to that. Maybe I did mention, if you don't already know, I'm under the Geeks Like Us umbrella, so I would love to get back to us doing like a watch party or something like that. So this might be a nice, fun movie to do a watch party for, but I'd have to generate enough interest, I think, to make it worthwhile. I think the more people, the merrier, and of course I can get the word out to my little B-movie, group, and see if there's some folks that want to check that out. But I think that would be a fun little thing to do, just to get people together and like, let's riff on this movie and just have fun with it, and have a nice communal geeky experience. All right, so I've got some Vinegar Syndrome stuff. I'm going to hold on that for a sec. Let me go with this box here. It's an Amazon box, but that is this is not from Amazon, so don't be fooled. This actually has a person's name on it, and I'm not going to divulge their name, but somebody I ordered something from through eBay, and I honestly, at this moment, I don't remember what it is, but I'm sure it'll trigger my memory as soon as I get a glance of what lies within, because I order stuff all the time, and I don't track well because, I have an ADHD brain, and that's just not how I roll. So, okay, they were being a little tricky here, and they packed a box within a box. It's a great way to add an extra layer of protection there. let's see what's in this slightly smaller box. More padding within. Can't fault them for trying to protect the goodies, because us collectors, you know, we like our stuff to be in tip-top shape, no bent corners and what have you. Good Lord, this has a lot of... that was very deceiving, because this is what's left. Oh gosh, looks like I'm getting botted here. No thanks, bot. All right. What do we have? Oh, yes. That's right. I forgot I ordered this. I'm kind of nostalgic for Game Boy Advance now. And I saw this come up, and it's actually in really great shape. They weren't kidding. Little slight imperfections, but this is Astro Boy, a Mega Factor for the Game Boy Advance. I always loved the Game Boy Advance because the Super Nintendo is one of my all-time favorite systems. I love 16-bit graphics. And the Game Boy Advance was basically like a portable version of that. And there were a lot of great titles, some that fell under the radar. This is one of those that is by, I don't know if you can see that little moniker there. It's by Treasure. Treasure were known for top quality games because they were, I believe, ex-programmers from Konami and Capcom, who were the superstars back in the 8 and 16-bit era. They were like that. You knew you were getting quality with those. So when they formed Treasure, it was like this sort of dream company where it's like, hey, let's make the games we want to make, and not just another sequel to Contra or Castlevania, although I love those too. And then you get games like this. So yeah, I was very stoked to find that listed, and so I got it. All right. How about, let's go with this one. This is in an Amazon box, and it is from Amazon. However, not Amazon as we know it here in the States, but rather Amazon Japan. So, oh wow, I forgot I ordered this. I did not think that. Okay, I ordered something else from Amazon Japan. That's what I thought this was, but no way. Okay, so this is the, I think, what is this? Sega Genesis Mini 2. The selection on here was superb. When I saw it listed, I don't know how I caught wind of it, but I mean, it has some really like off the beaten path titles on here. I'll just name some. So you get there's like Alien Soldier, which I mentioned Treasure before. They did Alien Soldier, and it's a side-scrolling shooter. It's action platformer type of thing. Quite difficult. I mean, you've got Earthworm Jim 2, Crusader of Senti, which is a extremely rare game that, you know, you may pay upwards of like $3,000 if it's complete in box and in great shape. I used to have it. I'm kicking myself. I got rid of it years ago. Was a poor student, needed to make some money, so, you know, probably sold it for like $100 kind of thing. But a lot of really cool Rolling Thunder. I love that series. Another side-scrolling, you know, shooter type of thing. Splatterhouse 2. I mean, a lot of fun stuff on here, and there's some stuff on here that I think never saw the light of day over here. There's Sega CD games. This is incredible little box, and I'm sure there's people out there that are gonna be like, oh, open and, you know, expose the guts and manipulate whatever and make it into a little modded thing, but I don't tinker that way. That's not in my wheelhouse, so not fun to me. I guess, you know, you could watch those videos and learn, but I don't really have an interest, so I just want to play it as it is, and maybe bust out I have a TurboGrafx Mini as well, which is also an incredible system. All right, so let's see here. What do I want to do? Let's do, how about this guy? This one's I'm very curious about this one. So the signage on here, you know, you got some quality inside. It's Vinegar Syndrome. I mentioned before, aside from being a video game collector / aficionado, I also love cinema. I love just kind of vinegar. What vinegar syndrome does is the name implies it's what happens to celluloid or old film when it's been sitting in a warehouse for a while. It just kind of turns into acetic acid, I think. So vinegar syndrome is about preserving those films and giving them new life, new releases, sometimes even new dubs, new soundtracks. I mean, they do a lot of great work. But now, okay, so I was mistaken. This didn't come exactly from Vinegar Syndrome. This was from somebody who used a Vinegar Syndrome box. I bought this off of eBay, but still really, really cool and related because it's